Everyone, in a way, has a connection to nature. A lot of people identify with, oh, that's my favorite flower, or that's the flower my mother had in their garden. When people see something that they connect with, they automatically want to be closer to it. I've been a creative person all my life. I grew up in a garden, my mom was a gardener, and I've always been around nature and flowers. And as a creative person, I've been a painter, and it just always came naturally to be an artist. Right now, I'm working on a lot of floral paintings. I do all sorts of anything that inspires me in nature, from national parks to my backyard garden. I love studying them, I take photos, and then I work from there. Painting plants and flowers has always just kind of been obvious because they're always around us and it's always changing. You know, you see a plant one day at a certain time and it's different from the next day, versus plants are very seasonal, so you can draw the same plant throughout the seasons, or there's different things that sprout up and die. It's kind of like the life cycle, so there's always inspiration, and I'm just a nature lover in general. Plants have a direct connection to my livelihood. It takes a lot of focus and attention to start a new painting, so I often like to step outside to recharge my artist soul and kind of refuel my desire to get back into the studio. I work with 3 different kinds of mediums. I do watercolor paper, which everyone is familiar with, and then I work on wood panels, and now I'm starting to work on watercolor canvas. And so just with the watercolor paper is basic, usually smaller scale, more intimate. You start with ink, you go in with watercolor, and then you kind of re-ink it out, and it's nice little delicate pieces. And then with my birch panels, I stain them with a watercolor stain that I pre-mix myself, and then that kind of gives it a texture that I don't like, so then I have to hand sand it, and I just recently got an electric sander, stepping up my game. So I sand it, make it all smooth again, re-ink my pieces, and then with the birch panel, the wood is absorbent, so I'm working with gouache as well. So I kind of mix the gouache, which is kind of a thicker, richer, more less opaque version of watercolor, and yeah, that's really fun. And then what I like about the birch panels is that they're ready to hang, versus when you're working on watercolor paper, you have to find a way to present it, which is a challenge. And then my newest medium that I'm working on is watercolor canvas, which is a whole new creative exploration for me. It allows me to work larger, where usually with the watercolor paper, you work on the desk, it's smaller, it's delicate, it's intimate. And with this new watercolor canvas, it's larger and has all new ways of reacting with the paint, and so it's a new expressive medium for me. One of my newest paintings that I'm working on that I'm really, really excited about is this new giant painting of hops. If you're not familiar with hops, they're kind of the flower that you make beer out of. And it's a new 4-foot by 4-foot painting, and usually I've always worked very small, kind of very intimate on my desk, and this one is just blowing proportions out of the water, and I can't wait to show you it. So I moved to Austin in 2014. I lived here for about a year and a half. And then my husband and I went on a 17-month-long trip around the country in a tiny solar-powered house that we towed around. We got to do about 30 national parks. During that time, I made the state flower coloring book. So I created this book so people could de-stress, have fun, and add color to every page and kind of learn about all the state flowers and fun facts. The back pages remaining blank, so you can cut out the pages and hang them up on your own wall and be your own floral artist. When I think that a painting is successful, I know it because I want to share it with the world. Sometimes artists hoard their work, where I feel like I'm the opposite. When I make a painting that I feel good about, I want to show the world and I want to share it with everyone.